All right, it is Monday. It is December 28th. And back from the holidays, the Christmas holiday. Stock market was pretty insane today. Some amazing movers. And, we continue with these small caps are like completely out of control. It's absolutely incredible at this point. Let's take a look. As right now the market's, we're at 3:30 Eastern time. Dow Jones is up 234, S&P plus 34, NASDAQ plus 106, small caps -3, VIX is flat, 2151. Gold's 1876 flat, silver 2642, crude oil's 4768 down 1%. So let's take a look at ACY. This was a crazy move. Let me get it a 5-minute here. All right, here's ACY. This is ACY Corp. And getting a lot of ads on FinViz lately. I guess they changed it. Something happened here. It's really weird. Ads everywhere. Keep popping up. And my computer's slow here. Trying to get my computer's very slow. Bear with me here. Bear with me. ACY together with subsidiaries provides leasing financing services to regional airlines worldwide. Let's see. As of March 2020, had 11 aircraft held for lease. It was founded in 1989 in Burlingame, California. Float, I have 1 million, 1.10 on FinViz. Same thing on Trade Ideas. Super low float. Market cap is 3.71 million. Insiders own 29%, which is actually pretty good. So let's get a daily first. You can see, look at this chart. Let's actually get a weekly. Yeah, the weekly, this has been around for a long time. It's spiked up many times. I would say that 24 area came back to $2 many times. Let's get to the daily chart. Daily chart's been down for a long time. I mean, this is just basically, say that for the 2 range for like a year. Then today exploded. What was the news today? ACY share soar 1,300% as it accepts companies' plan to remain listed. So that was the big news. They're not going to delist. I would assume that's it. And look at this daily chart. This is 42 million. That huge spike. And let's go to 5-minute. So when was that news? That news was update regarding loan facility. That was November 12th. I didn't see that on the news early though. But this did come out. This little candle here was 7 a.m. Then you had 7:05 a.m. And then this right here, so you get that pretty much that 8 line, fell back to the 6 line, back and forth. Look at this back and forth. And then exploded over 8. And then it started, really building here, just kept going. Pure momentum. Look at this. Big candles. Then we're keep going, keep going. We got to a high of 38.04. And then this thing went in a, I think not a T12. T12 hold is when it's halted. And they want more information. That could be halted for like months, maybe even a year. Who knows? So this went sideways. Then they opened it. And this thing dropped all the way down. Go to the 1-minute. This opened at 17 and then dropped down to 13. Then it halted again, then bounced back to near 20. On these two, when these halt and reopen, I would go to the 1-minute time frame. We go the shortest time frame, because if you're in here, you got in somewhere. Now, people get in here 8, 10, you're still good. If you get stuck in that and then it opens, it sucks, because he had a huge gain and it came down. Now you still have a gainer here between 8 and 10 and this area. So use the 1 minute and then you could get out here. So yeah, it was a big drop. It was a ridiculous drop. You get a 3 minute here. So there's no sell too on these. When these momentum move goes up, let me get a 1 minute. Momentum moves. See this? Sideways, sideways, sideways. Usually there'll be a top candle like that. There was no halt candle. So if you're in down below here, where are you getting out? Like I told you, my screen, low to high, low. Right here is about my middle, and there's top of my screen now. What are you going to do? You're going to let this go at 38? And then that happens, it halts. I mean, you're just pretty much screwed at that point. Let's get to the 5 minute. Do you take profit? I mean, if the stock's 8 to 38, you're going to take profit. That's 3 times, no, it's almost 5 times 8 there. 5 times the move. Yeah, you don't come up with these that much. But if you're at 8 and this is at 38, even 8 when I'm here, you're going to keep going, keep going. See, everyone's going to get greedy. If you're in here and you see this up here still going, you're probably going to get greedy. Everyone's going to do it. But the only thing I can say, once you're like past the middle part, you know, middle, and then you're going higher, I mean, take profit. It's not like this was 8 to 16. This was 8 to 38. Anyway, so this went down. And then we bounced up, then we bounced down again. So, yeah, that was the big halt move. It came down. It didn't come down all the way. So you did have room to make some profit there. Actually, pretty decent profit. So this is ACY. And, you know, this was incredible right here. I mean, this was an easy move, too. Remember I said low to high? See, low. There's your middle about high. When you start low, the better chance of you going higher is there. Because if stock's going to move in the morning, the low, it's going to move high. That's a really good chance, and this did it. It's just a matter of that halt. I mean, people are going to sell here. If you keep going, there's nothing you do. They need to sell here. You still have a gain. That's how you got to look at it. You know, on these, when it keeps going like that, when you're halted, you're screwed. This T12, you're even more screwed. Your money's locked up. So, yeah, there it is. So let's see that 10 minute. Yeah, 10 minute big. Look at these candles. These are massive, huge candles. I mean, so there it is. It's not that complicated. It's just a matter of where you're getting out. If you don't get out, you know, you're halted. You're done. But that's part of the game. Trading, you'll come up with things once in a while like this. Like usually you'll be a candle up here and there'll be a red candle. When you see a red candle on these momentum moves up, that's when you get out. So, you know, there's no move to get out there. So it's just one of them tough moves at that point. But you can clearly see the move up. That's the main part. See the move up? This is, let me get it a 10 minute. 10 minute here. See the 6 line? Look at the 6 line. And then you have the 8 line. These are $2 lines. You can get a $5 line. See how wide these are. This was not bad. Once you see this move right here to 8, you know, your stop. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Your stop 6. If you want to make a stop 4 from there, that's a huge line, but there it is. So that's ACY. They actually commented on unusual market activity. The company is not aware of any undisclosed material. See, it was a low float, and then it started to move. Yeah, that was the big move there. All right, RHE. This has 2.8 million market cap. Insiders in 10%. Float 1.1 million. They commented too on unusual market activity. It's like the same pattern. This is like sympathy plays at this point. When you know penny trade stock trading. This is like going to the bar. That moved, then you have other stocks moving. They'll move almost in sync with it. See this here? See the 5 minute right here, $2. Yeah, this is even more sketchy. You have no volume call, but you're above your 1320 EMA. So this is going 3. This moved all the way to a high of 1577, then halted, came down, and came down. Another one you could have made money on. You know, the halt didn't drop. They didn't drop all the way back to the very beginning point. So that's the good sign on that. And this is another one. Look at this, sideways for over a year, sideways. Brought it up to nothing really specific here. This 15 line, you can see 20 line. Let's get a little 1 minute here. See this down, sideways down. And this came all the way back to 390. So this is the same play as ACY. And again, if you're in here, anywhere here, you know, you're letting it ride up. All these stocks you want below. This is the very bottom move. That's what you want. Still get in here. And then, you know, when you see a topping move like that, that's when you want to get out. So that's RHE. Another one, small float, 1.15 million. Here is BTBT, Bit Digital. They have a float about 32 million. This moved 4:05 a.m. Look at this. There's your high day, then pre-market going all the way back. As soon as this candle goes up, that's a great sign. Look at this too. You got to notice the candles. This is a hammer candle. Look at this. Hammer down, up. That's a big sign this is going to go up. And it's at 7. You draw your triangle here. It's a descending triangle. Goes up. You know, find support. And look where support is. Again, your 1320 EMA, 750, 950, 12 plus. So this is a very good long. These are the kind of longs you want throughout the day, like down, dip, dip, and this keeps going. I mean, that's what you look for. And this was over a $12 move possible here. You get it a 10 minute. See the 10 minute right here, nice clean move here. Came back, didn't even really touch the 20. Came back again. It's a really good long here. Engages in Bitcoin. Oh, this engages in Bitcoin mining. I didn't know that. It was formerly Golden Bull Limited, headquartered in Flushing, New York. So there it is. That's a big move on the daily. Yeah, this flattened out. This was actually halted for last year, it looked like. This looks like the same type of move to AMRH. Company offers cloud services, SAP, IT, Swanee, Georgia, they're located. Another low to high move. Your best chance of success is low to high, although middle to high can be good. Even high to a bounce can make a decent move. This is a longer move. So this is at 180, you know, 190, there's your bounce, 220. Look at the dips. Get it a 10 minute. This is a float like 6 million. See, it's ascending triangle over 2. Then you move up. You're still moving here. It's 3:45 p.m. Eastern time. So that's a really good long too. And all these you see the pattern. See the 13 above your 20 EMA. Look at the hammer down. I really think this is one of the best moves or 9 EMA, 1320. I mean, it's proven over and over now. I've looked at this for the last 2 years. Yeah, when moves are going to go up, that's the success part. You're going to see that. GRNQ, Green Pro Capital. 8:30 a.m. Look at this. Huge rocket on the 5-minute. See, that's why pre-market, it's very tough to play. On these moves, these candles straight up, they're pretty much going to be like exhaustion candles. It's going to move very fast and fade. So, yeah, this moved up, came back down, moved up, and this draw your line here. Look at this. This is a classic momentum up and fade, and fade. You can play it here, but it's going to be extremely fast. And then people are going to buy the dip here thinking it's going up. Not on a high move. When this moves so fast up, it never really continues. And this does many spikes. Look at this, man. Crazy chart. ATIF. Yeah, this is a big quarter line. You draw your line right here. And look at this. This breaks out over that 75-cent level. You can put in your 90-cent line right here. 90 cents. You know, hammer, and then your 13s over 20. And this is a shooting star candle right there at 210 plus. A very good long. Now on these, this came up a little bit above and it came all the way down. There's your today's open. You know, 80-cent line, 90-cent line. The good play, when you see this and this is holding, this doesn't go back down, that 90-cent line is very big. And then it takes off long. This is market cap 34 million, float 11 million. Provides financial consulting to small and medium-sized enterprises in Asia. So that's a really good run there. All right, let me go back. Where were we here? We did that. BTBT. OEG, orbital energy. Above 165, 185. See the dips? Up, dip, up. And it keeps going. That's a long all day. RCMT, not the greatest of volume here. See, this is more sketchy here. Tougher chart to play. But you don't get real good volume. BTU over 220. Is this like the move yesterday? Pre-market, I think it was. There's the volume, much straight up. Here's B-Win, Broadwind. So over 625, yeah, this is straight momentum too. When you don't see the moves like this, candles slower. When this is straight up, it's straight momentum. This touched that 675 line and came back down. That's always the question. Are you going to play that line or the the line below? And it came back after this 659. So it's in between. It's like, it's a toss up. You want to play the low below. I say play below because if it hits, then you have, a shot at 650. Because if it misses, you didn't even take the trade or anything. Then let's go to the next line. So this went straight up and took off. EQOS, 13, came back and went forward. AWX, a little bit pump action. Remember this stock? This stock was one of the all-time pumpers. Look at this. Back in August 2018, went to 20. Not much volume now. You always want good volume now. Liquidity. Flux, this is a pretty good play. There's your move. Big candle up. And this came back to a low of 1405. Remember, play that 5-cent line. Now, as we get higher and higher, like these stocks are 20, you might even go to a 50-cent line. 1405 would have hit. You would have got a great fill and then the takeoff. straight long. No sell till you see this starting to come back. See this? When you see this start to go below, there it is. There's Craig trying to play. They're very volatile and crazy. Excuse me, DPW, Boomer Spiker. AQMS trying to move again, but very choppy. Sol, this has moved before. I think a few weeks ago. 975, then this jumped right at the open to 10. The open is very tough to play. You know, this wasn't really volatile. It just started to come up here. Big volume, got to 1150. And then look where it comes back to. The first dip back. And there it is, and takes off. Sideways action, 1125, and moves again. There's Givo. Very choppy on that chart. EVGN, 475, 5, and you know, really takes off long. This is more choppy, BNGO. GP, let's move to 23 all the way to 27, comes back to 25. Gets back to 29. Good initial move. See, on this move back, probably people sold. Did come through, but then it took off again. Chico Voss, CHS, 160, 175 at 2, not a bad long. OGN, see this high move? High pre-market, then fade. Here's WISA, Summit Wireless, 330 to 4. All right, let's see, AHT. And a bad move there. MYOV. You see the very high move up, can come down, will come down, and then it bounces again, but the bounce is lower. Then again, these aren't the moves you want. You want lower to higher. You know, although this was like near a $4 move, which is good. All right, so to recap, small caps were hot. ACY RHE with their huge halts, the Halt brothers, both had extremely low float, under 2 million. Top gainers list was very strong today. And the market was strong as they passed stimulus. The $600, like, wow, really? $600? So this is where, too, I'm just looking back on this now. If you catch this, you see this move this strong. This thing went from like 5 to 38. It's going to be halted. And then come out of the halt. And he still made a gain. Let me see if I... 8. Yeah, this is still a gain. I'm just looking. If you would have hauled it, you got in here, you still probably could have made, you know, using $1,000 easily. Depends how you play it. Just seeing it there, definitely. RHE, see the same thing. Halt. So you just got to be prepared. If you're playing, see this had a sell candle right there. So once you see this, look at this green. You'll see the stair steps on these halts when they're very strong. It'll go like this, go like this, go like this. And this did this, and that's the sell on that. But ACY didn't have the sell. All right, here's the SPY. So they passed the stimulus news. 600 is pretty weak. It's pathetic. We'll see if they do. They try to still talk about the $2,000. It didn't pass right now, at least. They're forming a big, rising wedge, which is not good. A lot of stuff's heating up. Real estate, people losing their jobs, rents due, mortgages, and people own buildings too, like they have to pay. So, this year, 2021, we'll see what happens. So, if they don't get more stimulus or they don't open things up, it's going to be a disaster. I don't know. We've been pushing all the stimulus for the last year and this and different loan protections, but it's going to run out. People can't go without a job for too long. So, that's not good here. So there's the SPY. Here's the VIX. And the VIX, we'll see if this comes back to 20, what it does. There's UBXY. I thought this was going to bounce up. Wasn't a move yet. Every time something bad happens and they dangle stimulus or some goofy thing. So again, your top players, I would say your top 5 to 10, we'll say top 5, there's always going to be a good play long. Now, it could be a short, could be a very short move. This was tremendous long. RHE too, tremendous long. AMRH, you can clearly see this is, I hope you can see. If you're a newbie, you might know this is descending triangle, or you can call it ascending triangle, right over that two area, then fell back and bounced up. And see, when you go wider too, the 15, when you saw this candle, you give it time and see, look at this, because the 13 is above the 20 the whole time. Look at that hammer right there. So that's why the shorter guys are like the 2 minute, and they're like, oh, I'm getting out. There's too many candles. You got to play the longer time frames, 5 to up. I mean, if you want to stay in longer. And so that was a good long. BT. Longs have been good. A lot of times small caps won't hold long. This has been really strong holding long. BT. 7, this moved to 12. That's a $5 gain. There's a cross there. There's your sell. See that 13 over to 20? Very strong. ATIF. This bounced down right at this 90 cents and broke all the way up to 2 plus. You just look at this here. So you're definitely playing that 90 cent line. The stop on this 80. I mean, 80 is very tight. Yeah, it's a really good gainer. That's anywhere from like 1,000 to 2,000 right there. So the two Halt twins today, ACY and RHE, the market continues to pump. And when you see a stock pump from $5 to 40 almost, we're in main season now. End of December, January, February, March. Small caps should remain hot. You're going to get some incredible plays. And I would be very excited about trading and small caps at this point. Just looking at some other stocks here. And that's why I say I've narrowed this down. I've been doing this for like years now, like studying charts. I got rid of the 1-2 minute. I mean, if you're a scalper, you can play any time frame, 5, 10, and then you want to hold, look at that 15 minutes sometimes to see where you're at. See on the 15 on this, look at this. There's no sell here until you get down here. 5 minute on ATF is very strong. Look at this. Over 1. blast off here. Then it finally comes down. You can see when a sell is going to be there. Like the move right here, but let it prove it's going to do something. Let it prove it's going to go through. But see, it can't, because see, this is straight up. The momentum of your 1320 MA is rising up, moving average, exponential moving average. And then finally, when it reaches your top, that's why I say low. On my screen here, you see this is low. This is about middle, and there's a top. Once you see that, you almost know. Someone told me that once. He goes, top of my screen, it's usually sell. I'm like, what's he mean exactly? And there's the top of your screen now. ACY. Now the top of your screen can keep going. Look at this. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And this was the low and then middle here. So, all right, that's it for today. What time is it? We're about to close. Stock market, Dow Jones 211 plus 33 plus, S&P, NASDAQ plus 96. The VIX slightly went up today too, 21.77. All right, please subscribe and like the channel. I did two other videos on small caps. My computer would work here. Computer is very slow. I did secret penny stocks revealed, top secret penny stocks revealed, volume 1 and 2. Could they make you 10,000? And look at it. This could have made you 10,000 if you were playing it. Anything's possible. Let me see if you're playing this at 8. Let me just see here. 8. Yeah, you could have made $4 grand on 200 shares. To say you wait a little longer. See this 13 coming up? There's your support there, right there. To say you did a 10 line. You did 300, 28. It's 8,400. But the thing is your lines too. See this? Because this connected to here. And there was your low. So you're playing a $2 line. And this is very wide. Look how it's moving. Always want to play defense when you're trading stocks too. You didn't even need a lot. You're making like $2 grand there. All right. Please subscribe and like the channel. Mike Came In Trades. I'm on Stock Twits. Mike Came In Trades. I am in Ink Traders too. Comment in there once in a while. IK Traders. Alpha Z Traders. Check them out. They're good. I'm in there once in a while. Volatility Trading. Trade Alerts team. And that's it. Peace.